guys, it's Miss Simpson and it's time for reading today. All right, so we are going to review today text structure. Now, what is text structure? Text structure is how an author organizes a passage, a task card, really how they organize anything as long as it is informational or nonfiction. So it is how they organize their information, how they tell it to you. There are 6 different ways that an author can organize their informational text. And we are going to review those today. We've already gone over them several times, but we're going to review them today. And then you are going to practice them on some task cards. So let's go ahead and let's look and see what is text structure. Well, text structure, when you see that or you hear that, it's how the author organizes the text. They do this in a variety of ways in order to get you to understand the information. The first way they can do it is by using the type called description. This is basically when the author just provides you details with something. They don't tell you, they don't tell you anything else besides details about that one specific thing. So it'd be like a whole book that tells you facts on frogs. It would only be the book about frogs, right? The second one is comparing and contrasting. This is when the author tells you similarities and differences about 2 or more topics. So if it was a book about frogs and toads, it would tell you the similarities and differences between the 2. Chronological sequence is it when they tell you something in order. So you might see words like first, next, then, last, or you might see times, dates, years. Those all are chronological sequence. Next, we have problem and solution and cause and effect. These 2 are the hardest ones, in my opinion, out of all 5 of them because they're hard to differentiate between the 2. It's hard to tell which one is which. So when you think of problem and solution, this is when an author gives you information about a problem and tells you how it is solved. So, for example, let's talk about pollution, the pollution of our earth. If you're driving down the road and you see all kinds of littering and just some things that happen, a problem of our earth is pollution, right? So then our solution could be you should recycle and throw away all your trash. But if it was cause and effect and it told you all about pollution, it could be what an event happens and what happens because of it. So pollution is happening. And so because of pollution, we have our earth is in danger. That could be the event that is happening after it. So problem and solution, you have a problem and they tell you how you should solve it. Cause and effect is there's an event and then they tell you what happens because of that event. So today on this video, I'm going to do a few examples with you where we're going to read a short little paragraph. We're going to decide what the text structure is in that paragraph, and then we're going to move on. All right, so let me get out my marker and let's go ahead. Marsupials are a kind of mammal. Most female marsupials have a pouch to carry their babies. A newborn marsupial is very small and underdeveloped. It will spend the first part of its life in its mother's pouch. Kangaroos, wombats, and koalas are all marsupials. So first thing that I notice is it's only talking about one thing, and that one thing is marsupial, so it can't be compare and contrast. Now, I also notice sequence would be like first this happened, then this happened, next this happened, and it doesn't do that. Now I'm going to figure out cause and effect and description. So is there any kind of events that happened? Or is it just telling you facts about marsupials? You're right. It is just telling me facts about marsupials. So this would be description. It is describing to you what marsupials are. All right, so let's take a look at this one. Moths and butterflies often look similar. So before I even read the whole paragraph, I'm going to notice that word right there, similar. That should be a red flag in your head. There should be one text structure that you're like, oh, the similarities and differences? Ooh. So let's keep reading and see if you can figure it out. Both, that's another have large wings and long, thin bodies, and both start their lives as caterpillars. However, butterflies usually have brighter colors on their wings and moths. Also, butterflies are most active during the day, while moths are generally creatures of the night. So, What text structure is used? I notice there are two topics. Two topics. That shows me it cannot be description. It also doesn't list things in order. First, next, then last. So is it cause and effect? Is there an event and something that happened because of the event, or compare and contrast? Are they telling me the similarities and differences between the two? You're right. It is compare and contrast. All right, I want to give you examples of all different kinds. So let's see if I can find another one. All right. Mrs. Jonas was worried about Marco because he often fell asleep in class. She decided to call Marco's parents to discuss the problem. During the phone call, Mrs. Jonas suggested that an earlier bedtime might help Marco get more sleep at night so that he would not need to sleep during class. What do you think the text structure is? Go ahead, pause the video and make an educated guess, and then we'll talk about it. So I notice it's not description. It's not giving me details about one thing. It's not sequenced like first I brushed my teeth, then I brushed my hair, next I went to bed. Compare and contrast. It doesn't tell me about two things. Problem and solution is the only thing it could be. And guys, it said problem. It literally said it in the story. Please use your brains on this one. Let me look through and find one more example. To make a yummy smoothie, first put some milk into a blender. Then add a banana and some frozen berries such as strawberries and blueberries. You may also want to add some grapes. Next, turn to your blender to its lowest setting and gradually increase the speed until everything is blended. Then pour it into a glass and enjoy. Which one is this? Description, it's not telling me about one thing. Compare and contrast, it's not telling me about two things. So is there an event and something that happened because of it? Or is it telling me things in order? You're right, it's telling me things in order. One that I did not get a chance to tell you about, which is cause and effect, one I didn't get a chance to show you. You might have that in your assignment today, so please be on the lookout. All right, I love you guys so much. We might do some more of these tomorrow, so just stay tuned for that. Other than that, that's all I've got for you today. I'm going to put this anchor chart right down below to help you if you need some help, and refer back to it if you need to. All right, I love y'all so much. Have a fantastic day.